People want to hate on Caleb Williams. His rookie season is just not going as planned. I said this is the best situation for a rookie quarterback to ever come into. Everybody said that. Media, Nick Wright was saying the Bears were going to go to the Super Bowl. This looked like the best position a rookie quarterback would ever be in. Robert Griffin was the only one who said opposite. But Caleb Williams coming into the situation, it's just been a lot worse than expected. Getting your head coach fired, OC fired, Thomas Brown promoted to OC, then promoted to head coach. He struggled as a head coach. Just the offense just has been really bad, and his in-game management has been just as bad as Eberflus. All the coaching all around hasn't gotten better. It hasn't been a clear upgrade from Eberflus, and that's what everybody wanted. Firing Flus, and that still was the right decision. Flus had to go. And I still will stand on that. I don't think Eberflus should have stayed at all. Even looking how it's looking right now, the right move was made. And we just have to lay in that bed. We only have one game left, so after that, everybody on this coaching staff, everybody that's in the front office, McCaskey's, they're not going to sell the team, but everybody else, Kevin Warren's probably going to stay, whatever he does, keep him in the building. But new GM. You need a new coaching staff. Chris Morgan should have been fired a couple years ago. Special teams coach, gotta go. Everybody that's making decisions, everybody that's coaching, gotta fucking go. But this rookie season for Caleb, the Bears have failed him. They've wasted his rookie season. It's been getting sacked, damn near about to get sacked 70 times, most time in the NFL history. But the numbers have still been good. He's still been to the level of these other rookie quarterbacks that Jayden Daniels, Bo Nix, everybody that, people want to say are better than Caleb Williams. Given completely worse situations and circumstances, Caleb Williams has stayed the part. He's not been the generational quarterback he was expected to be, but he's been, meeting the standards, the expectations of what a good rookie quarterback, how a rookie quarterback starts his season off. CJ Stroud, Jayden Daniels, those aren't the usual every year rookie quarterback seasons. That shit only happens in one every blue moon. Rookie quarterbacks make mistakes. They're going to have, ups and downs. And with all the shit that's happening around Caleb Williams, it's been a little more downs. He's had great performances against NFC North opponents. He's had bad performances. Team has gotten blown out. The Seattle game, it was a bad performance. But there's been enough good for me to be confident that he can have a generational career and not a generational, rookie season. The career is going to be good. People want to bring up Joe Burrow, Trevor Lawrence, Joe Burrow more specifically, 13 games, 2-7 and 1 tie, 283 yards passing a game, 13 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, 89.8 passer rating, sacked 32 times, had a 7-sack game, an 8-sack game, and people were questioning, is this guy going to be good? Coming out of LSU, he put up maybe the best college season out of a quarterback we've ever seen. And, rookie season, things didn't work out, was getting sacked a lot. Probably would have had the same numbers as Caleb towards the end of the year. He only played, 10 games because of a torn ACL, getting hit so much, took bad injury. But he bounced back the next year and went to the Super Bowl. And we see what Joe Burrow is now. I mean, he's in the MVP conversation, 40 passing touchdowns. Like, he's putting up historic numbers. He's having a historic season. His defense has failed him this year. But he's a top 3 quarterback. At worst, he's 3rd or 4th best quarterback in the league. And he's been the only quarterback to beat Patrick Mahomes. And, took his team to the Super Bowl. Could have, very well won that Super Bowl against Matthew Stafford, a better Rams team. But yeah, Joe Burrow, this guy's elite. This guy is really fucking good. And that rookie season didn't define him. Still had a really good career. Things got better for him. The team got better. Right now, Caleb Williams, he's a good quarterback. He's a good quarterback, but his team's not ready to win yet. Doesn't have the right coach. Doesn't have the right GM. Doesn't have the right offensive line. Once he's put in more of a position to succeed and not in a position to fail, we'll see him have a better career. We'll see him get on pace. I'm not going to say he's going to go to the Super Bowl this next year, but he's going to be in the playoffs. Give him Ben Johnson. Give him, a better offensive line. Give this team a little more direction. Have this organization be run a little better. And yeah, Caleb Williams will meet those expectations. He will be the generational quarterback people thought he will. We're seeing the flashes every game. The touchdown pass to Roma Dudze that got scratched. That was a fucking perfect throw. The fourth down completions he makes. The clutch, passes. Just how he plays in certain situations. You're like, this is a guy. Caleb Williams is the best Bears quarterback we've ever had. We see it in spurts. We just don't see it consistently because the circumstances get in the way of that. So yeah, and people say he looks exactly like what Patrick Mahomes would look if he was a Bear. And I agree. This is exactly what Patrick Mahomes would have looked like if he came to Chicago. But the next steps, this next offseason is very crucial, very critical. We wasted a year of Caleb Williams. If we get a Ben Johnson, if Ben Johnson goes to Jacksonville, all right, give me Liam Cohen. What he's done with Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield's having a crazy year, a better year than he had last year with Dave Canales. And Dave Canales, it turns out he's a good coach. He resurrected Baker Mayfield's career last year, giving him a bag, setting him up for a bag. And yeah, Baker Mayfield is just getting even better this year. The offense it's a top 10 offense. It's a prolific offense. They put up big numbers every week, blowing teams out. They were one of the only teams to beat the Detroit Lions other than the Buffalo Bills. So yeah, Liam Cohen, that's an offensive mind. Yeah, bring him to Chicago. He's more on the younger side of coaching. Him and Caleb Williams, if he could do what he's doing with Baker Mayfield, imagine what he can do with a talent that I think Caleb Williams is a better prospect than Baker, a talent that has more of the tools. He would be able to get the most out of Caleb, and we would see a better version, the version we're supposed to see of Caleb consistently on a consistent basis. So Liam Cohen, that's a good option I would want. Joe Brady, what he's done with the Buffalo Bills. I mean, last year when, you fired the initial OC, you went in the direction, you promoted Joe Brady, and since then that offense has been clicking. The run game's been there. Josh Allen, he's having an MVP level season. The turnovers, they went down. So you need an offensive mind. You need to go in the direction of a great offensive mind. So Liam Cohen, that's a name that's not getting enough credit as he should be. He should be up there with the likes of Ben Johnson, with the likes of Joe Brady. He should be up there in that conversation because what he's doing with Baker Mayfield shouldn't go unnoticed. And yeah, that offense is humming. So Caleb Williams, if he gets an offensive mind like that, we'll see. We'll see how really good he is. He'll turn that page and go into the direction of who he's supposed to be as a player. So that's what I'm thinking right now. As a Bears fan, I know this year has sucked. We've wasted a year of Caleb, but I'm going to be patient because I know next year, if we get things right, if we get the right head coach, if we get the right GM in the building, we pair the two, we marry that relationship, this team could be really fucking good. But right now, we sing what happens when you do the opposite of that. But I would want him to get an extension done with, Keenan Allen. I would want him to stay with the Chicago Bears for maybe 2 or 3 more years because he's coming off his best season last year with the Chargers.